Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Please, like the video and share your thoughts. In the comments, your feedback helps make the content better. I knew something was off the moment I saw her laughing. Not the kind of laugh that bubbled from joy. The one that made her eyes crinkle and dimples show. This was the forced, high-pitched laugh that always surfaced when she was hiding something. It was our 10th wedding anniversary. The backyard shimmered under strings of golden lights. Soft music floated through the night. Friends, family, and colleagues mingled, raising glasses, sharing stories about us, about our love. And yet I stood frozen watching my wife, Emma, lean a little too close to a man who wasn't me. Mark, tall, charming, confident in that effortless way, her work friend. The one she mentioned too often. The one who got her sense of humor. They were by the bar, her laughing at whatever he said. Fingers brushing his arm like it was natural, like it belonged. And in that crowd celebrating our marriage, I felt utterly alone. Ethan, man, you okay? My best friend Ryan's voice pulled me back. He handed me a drink. Yeah, I said, forcing a smile. Just thinking. His gaze followed mine to Emma and Mark. Oh, that guy, he muttered. She's been around him a lot lately. Huh. I said nothing. My throat tightened. Ryan leaned closer, voice dropping. You sure you're not imagining it? I wanted to say yes. I wanted to tell myself I was overreacting, that innocent gestures weren't really sinister. But deep down I already knew. When someone has been part of your life for 10 years, you feel it when something shifts. You feel it in the way she flinches at a kiss. The way her phone stays face down on the table. The silence that creeps into conversations over dinner. You just know. The night went on with speeches, clinking glasses, laughter that never reached me. Then it happened, the moment that changed everything. We were gathered near the cake when Chloe, one of Emma's friends, tipsy and loud, clapped her hands and shouted at Emma and her two husbands. Confused laughter rippled through the crowd. I froze. Emma's smile faltered for a heartbeat before she laughed along. Chloe, stop, she said, but Chloe just giggled, swirling her wine. What? I'm just saying, if Ethan ever messes up, Mark's right there to step in. Isn't that right, back up hubby? The laughter grew. Mark chuckled, awkward. Yeah, I guess I'm the understudy. Lead weight filled my lungs. Everyone thought it was a joke. But when Emma looked at him, her eyes didn't match her laughter. There was a flicker, raw, unspoken, terrifyingly real. And in that instant I knew. I didn't explode. I didn't shout. I smiled. A calm, measured smile that hit a storm. I set down my glass and walked toward them. Back up husband, huh? I said, voice calm but sharp enough to slice through the noise. The crowd hushed. Every eye turned to me. Mark raised his hands. Hey man, it was just a joke. I nodded, still smiling. Oh, I know. Just a joke. I reached for my ring. It slid off my finger too easily, as if it knew it no longer belonged there. I looked at Emma. Her face went pale. Ethan, what are you doing? She whispered. I held the ring out to Mark. If you're the backup, guess it's your turn. The backyard went silent. Even the crickets held their breath. Mark's eyes widened. Dude. I what? No, man. Emma grabbed my arm. Ethan, stop. This isn't funny. I turned to her, something inside breaking. No, Emma. It's not funny. Not anymore. I placed the ring in Mark's stunned hand, stepped back and walked toward the gate. Behind me murmurs rose, soft, confused, pitying. Emma called my name, voice cracking. I didn't look back. That night I sat in my car by the pier, watching the water glitter under streetlights. My hands shook as I stared at the empty space where the ring had been. Memories played like an old film. Our wedding day, her messy morning hair, how she held my hand in public even when we argued. And then the recent months, late nights at work, texts from Mark, the way she'd rush to shower as soon as she got home. Every little signal I had ignored, blinded by love. I stayed until the night bled into dawn. The next morning, she came to the apartment we had shared. Her eyes were puffy, makeup smudged. Ethan, she said softly, please can we talk? I didn't answer. I opened the door wider and let her in. She stood in the living room, small and fragile, a stark contrast to the woman laughing with him the night before. I didn't mean for it to go that far, she began, voice shaking. Mark and I. Stop, I said quietly. Don't tell me the details. I don't need to know how it started. She wiped her tears. I was lonely, you were distant, and he listened. The words stabbed. I was distant because I was trying to save us, I said, voice breaking. I was exhausted, Emma. Working double shifts, planning that damn party, trying to keep you happy. She flinched. I know. I hate myself for it. But please, Ethan. I love you. It was a mistake. I looked at her, really looked at her. The woman I thought I'd grow old with. The woman who once made me believe in forever. Now turning forever into a cruel joke. You loved me, I said quietly. Past tense. You don't betray someone you love. You just don't. Her lips trembled. Please don't end it like this. I turned away. You already did. Days passed. Weeks. Texts stopped. Calls faded. Mark quit his job and apparently left town. Emma moved in with her sister. And me? I learned to breathe again. Slowly. Painfully. Betrayal doesn't kill instantly. It lingers, eats at you until one day you wake and realize you've stopped bleeding. You're scarred. Months later, I returned to that pier. The air was colder now, sharper. I pulled a small velvet box from my pocket. Inside, a new ring. Not for anyone else, just for me. A reminder that I had survived what almost destroyed me. I slipped it onto my finger and whispered to the wind, I forgive you, Emma. And finally let the pain go. Sometimes I think of that night, the laughter, the lights, the way everyone thought it was just a joke. But betrayal always starts as a joke. And sometimes the only way to reclaim your dignity is to hand back the symbol of what's been lost, quietly, painfully, with your head held high. Because in that silence, in that heartbreak, you discover something stronger than love. You rediscover yourself.